Hello, my name is Zoli, and for my video component, I will be explaining my rational function question from task 1. For this question, I created a real-world situation about an aviation training company. I chose aviation because it connects to real life, and rational functions are useful when the total cost is divided among a number of people. The function I created was c in between two brackets x equals 1200x plus 5000 over x. In this function, x represents the number of students enrolled, and c in between two brackets x represents the cost per student. I chose this equation because there are two types of cost. The 1200x represents the cost that depends on each student, and the 5000 represents a fixed cost that the company has to pay no matter how many students join. The first step is to simplify the function. c in between two brackets x equals 1200x over x plus 5000 over x. This simplifies to c in between two brackets x equals 1200 plus 5000 over x. This form is easier to understand because it shows that each student always has a base cost of $1,200 plus a share of the fixed cost. Next, I found the domain. Since x represents students, x cannot be 0 or negative. You cannot have 0 students and still divide the cost. So the domain is x is greater than 0. Then I found the vertical asymptote. The denominator is x, so the function is undefined when x equals 0. This means the vertical asymptote is x equals 0. This makes sense because if there are no students, the cost per student does not exist. Next, I found the horizontal asymptote. As more students join, the value of 5000 over x gets smaller and smaller. This means the cost per student get closer to $1,200. So the horizontal asymptote is y equals 1200. This means the cost per student will approach 1200 but will not go below it. Finally, I calculated the cost if 10 students enrolled. So the cost per student would be $1,700. Overall, this question shows how rational functions can model real-world cost. The main idea is that as number of students increases, the cost per student decreases, but it approaches a minimum value of $1,200. This connects to the course because I used simplifying, domain, asymptote, substitution, and real-world interpretations. Thank you, everyone.